We are not superhuman. We're just human beings who have gotten an opportunity through God's grace to serve the people and the humanity in this world. I'm a very proud product of Kinangop because when he grew up, he knew Kinangop was producing potatoes. I happened to be one of the good potatoes that came out of that. Our life was hitting us hard. One case scenario is when I had run away from school, and my grandmother was able to spot me from afar because my shirt was torn in the butts. But all this time I was a leader. I have never led away from leadership. So from primary school to high school to even university, I found myself in leadership. God gave me a chance to go to Maseno University where I'd going to enjoy life. But life enjoyed me. You know, being a finance person, I've done finance with IT. So I really didn't want to go and do things about sales. Sales is for those guys who have no other jobs. That's what we had the perception in school, that sales is for those who don't have any other job. It's a last resort. But thank God, when I came in, one of the directors told me, sales is the only job you get with an open check. You write the amount you want because you are paid on commission. The journey in my business was, in my life has always been getting a new challenge. If I don't have a challenge that is pushing me, I don't feel okay. I cannot sleep because I'm comfortable. I always have a reason to wake up. So for the 6 months I ran the business, I made zero coin. I was broke. You know, you're broke. Until you feel like you're broke. I almost got into depression. But thank God I had gotten married. So I also had a wife who was there for 2 months. Can you imagine? She was a slave queen, should have run away. We may not start business for money, but let money not be the domineering factor. Have the motivation. Because when money doesn't appear, you'll be so demoralized.
Yes.
But when you start it because of a passion, because of a goal you desire, when the money comes, it comes to seal the desire that you had. If you have a product you want to sell, start with people who trust you. People buy people first before they buy the product.
Okay.
And I think people had bought my vision, others had bought my dream, others had seen the potential that I was having. So they came and made my first sale. And the 15 pros that I mentioned about, they paid for them. Now Nyota Njema is a recognized brand. When you mention about Nyota Njema, it is appearing among the top 10 companies in Kenya. Not in Nairobi, but in the whole of the country. That tells you that we have built a brand in 5 years that has really stood out to be what it is. So I'm proud of it. And all this, I thank God. My name is Perminus Kariuki. I'm the CEO of Nyota Njema Realtors.
Hello everyone, how you doing? Today we are super excited to be having a conversation with one of the most hardworking people that I know, has power in their hands and uses it really well. The CEO of Nyota Njema Real Estate and the executive director of B&I Group, which is the largest and the most successful networking referral organization. This is Adventures in Business on Influencer TV Kenya, and my name is Joan Mwaneki. And before anything else, this beautiful episode has been sponsored by Prime House Interiors Limited Company. Hello.
Hi Joan.
How are you?
Welcome to Nyota Njema.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Hii ni ofisi rembo sana.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and I'm honored. So my name is Perminus Kariuki. I'm the CEO of Nyota Njema Real Estate. Thank you for the proper introduction. I'm even surprised you know about B&I being the largest networking organization in the world. That was quite insightful. So welcome to Nyota Njema, and I hope today's interaction shall give us a history to get to know that we are not superhuman. We're just human beings who have gotten an opportunity through God's grace to serve the people and the humanity in this world.
Your background, how you grew up as a child, where you come from, where you went to school and all of that all together.
That's a long one. That's a very big story, yeah?
Okay.
So I grew up in the slopes of Abadare, that is in Kinangop. I'm a very proud product of Kinangop because when he grew up, he knew Kinangop was producing potatoes. I happen to be one of the good potatoes that came out of that. And I believe that the potato that has been exported from Kinangop is impacting the world through what God has helped us to do. So we grew up, we were two of us, myself and my brother, born of a single mom, Nyota Kariuki, who we are proud of. And she took care of us together with my grandmom, who took care of us in her house. And grew just like any other boy, like any other child. Sometimes life was hitting us hard. I have gone to school with not barefooted, like many people have said, but I went with torn shorts. One case scenario is when I had run away from school, and my grandmother was able to spot me from afar because my shirt was torn in the butts. So that tells you we had gone through life like any other, children from less fortunate families. And one thing that inspired me is that one day I desired to be, a big transformative leader in this world. I always would be inspired to hear speeches of people, listening to people speak. I always share this in everywhere I go. I would listen to the president's speech and go up the trees and speak about it and share the speech to the neighborhoods because I felt I was going to be a president somewhere. In the time, as time has gone by, some of these things have come to pass. I've become a president in many organizations, a leader in many organizations. Now I'm no longer speaking to trees and birds, but speaking to real audiences, speaking to real people. Today, by God's grace, I'm one of the renowned keynote speakers in many conferences, many events, and therefore, I think what I went through then has not gone to waste. So, grew up in Kinangop, went to high school in Nyandarua High School. I'm a proud member of Nyandarua High School. Thank God it was a mixed school. I think it also gave me character development.
Oh, wow.
Knowing how to live with women in the same place. And at least that's why I recognize the women in my life. But all this time I was a leader. I have never led away from leadership. So from primary school to high school to even university, I found myself in leadership. God gave me a chance to go to Maseno University where I had gone to enjoy life. But life enjoyed me.
Oh, wow.
I had gone to enjoy life because I wanted to enjoy. I've never enjoyed life. I've been a Christian all through. So let me go to campus. I'm going to party. I'll be the party boy. And who knows? I found myself in the CU by the second week. And again, I enjoyed life. God enjoyed me. One thing that was very clear when I was in Maseno, I got an opportunity to sit with the administrators from the Vice Chancellor, the DVCs, the directors of academic affairs, and all the other deans and directors of departments. So I used to sit sometimes in Senate, and that would give me a lot of exposure that I am able to speak sense when they are speaking. So that gave me quite a good confidence. And when I was coming out of campus, I knew that life out here was waiting for me to just do what is expected of me. So I never wasted any moment, and I'll be giving part of the story as we go along.
Growing up as a child, what did you really want to become? Because you see, as children, all of us have those dreams. We want to be truck drivers, we want to be doctors and pilots.
I wanted to be a pilot or a doctor. A doctor because my buka was a doctor, so he had inspired me to be a doctor. But also I wanted to be a pilot. I used to look, I was a shamba boy in most cases. So you sleep when I'm looking after the cows, look up when planes are passing by, and I would see myself as a pilot running that plane. So that was the more exciting for me. I would be passing above people. So I don't know where things changed, but I believe as fate may have it, reached a point that I never now needed to be a pilot, but I can be a pilot in many projects.
Wow.
As opposed to being a pilot of the plane, I can be able to pilot many projects. So sometimes when I'm up there flying from one place to the other, I cry when I remember the dreams I had. When I was young, seeing a plane pass, they would shout, Dege, Dege is passing. I wanted it to be a doctor. I think I'm doctoring many sicknesses without necessarily telling people that I'm doctoring them. When I provide a little deed to somebody who has been hurt before, they become so healed. So I think I'm still doing the work of a doctor.
Umetoka Nyandarua, Kinangop, umeenda Maseno, which is in Kisumu.
Yes.
So how did you end up in Nairobi, really?
When I went first year, I told my grandmother, I'm not coming back to stay in the village because I believe I should go to where other men are. And it is said men live in Nairobi. Whether they're living in a shanty, somebody to survive in Nairobi, they are really men who are ready to go for it. So I pushed myself and I came to Nairobi, looked for a place to stay, stayed in Nairobi University for a few days, piloting there. Then I realized I would be caught by the administration, so I had to run away. Went to look for a place, in a friend's place in Abadare. Is that not good fit for me? And then I got a job. I went and got a job in Kayole as a teacher. So I taught in Kayole as a primary school teacher, teaching Kiswahili and maths. You can imagine the Kiswahili that I was coming to teach had many L's and R's. And these kids are Sheng guys, so trying to bring Kiswahili sanifu to kids who are actually used to Sheng, lugha ya mtaani, it was not easy.
Yeah.
But I was so determined, and I thank God because of that job. Within the 3 months I taught those kids, they improved from a mean score of 41% to a mean score of 68% within 3 months.
Glorious.
So I used to be pushing them in the morning. I would be in class at 6. They would come very early in the morning. It was a day school. And then in the evening they would leave at 7. So I made sure the kids were well, and that year for the first time they got around 12 A's in Kiswahili and maths. After teaching for the 3 months, I was so determined to do a holiday tuition, and then the minister in charge of education said there's no holiday tuition. So I had to look for another alternative to survive for that 1 month before I go back to school. And that's when I got a job at a friend's place in Nairobi, CBD, where I used to sell laboratory equipments. And I became one of the best salesperson.
Amazing.
Little did I know that I was a salesperson. I was just doing it to survive. So I went in and did the job passionately, and I thank God for Science Lab. They made me who I am because of giving me a chance to live in Nairobi. So when I left camp, for the next holiday, I had a place to go and start an attachment. So I went back to Science Lab, started selling laboratory equipments, talked to my boss and asked him, can you give me one of the storerooms so that I can stay there instead of going through for a house? I can be the watchman at night, And in the day, we are there to take care of the store. So there was a storekeeper in the day. So in the evening, I can be the guy to look after it instead of having a watchman.
Yeah.
So ideally, by then, I'll never become a watchman. I never thought about that. Yeah. But for me, I was just doing it to survive.
Yes.
So I got a house in Gara. I used to stay there. In the morning, wake up in the morning, go to Lavington, wash his car, get the keys, and then come to Nairobi, open the shop. And that was my routine.
Day to day.
Yeah, so that was quite a good encouragement. But one challenge it gave me, I really wanted to get money so that I can buy a better car than my boss, and remember that I was washing his car every morning at 6 in the morning. So today is still my very good friend. That is why I can share the story without fear. After that, I went to Kisumu. I worked for Sovereign Hotel as a cost controller. I started in as an intern, then I became the cost controller. And then after I was done with campus, I was asking God what is the direction. And one clear thing that was coming to my mind, I need to be in real estate. How I needed to be in real estate when I was in Maseno, we had a shortage of accommodation for students. So I look for that. I tried to look for investors across Nairobi, and I got some of them who were willing to do some hostels in the university. But that never materialized because of one or two things. It delays because of misunderstanding with the management. So because of that, when I came back out of Maseno, I got the first interview. I was invited to a sales job in a real estate company.
Wow.
And for me, it was like a dream answered. But I didn't know what, being a finance person, I have done finance with IT. So I really didn't want to go and do things about sales. Sales is for those guys who have no other jobs. That's what we had the perception in school, that sales is for those who don't have any other job. It's a last resort. But thank God, when I came in, one of the directors told me, sales is the only job you get with an open check. You write the amount you want because you are paid on commission. So I took up the challenge and I started pushing. So the first 1 month, I sold 3 houses, around 5 houses. 2 were in Kitusuru, New Kitusuru, and there were 3 hostels because the company had started a hostel project. So we pushed the company, and by the 3rd month I was made a team leader. By the time I was graduating, I was made the marketing manager.
Wow.
So that is my journey, and that time now life has started to change. I had started seeing life in a different perspective. I started interacting with some good money. I started interacting with some great minds and great people in the sector. And I would be sent to represent the CEO in different places. So after graduating, now the CEO got confident that I'm not going anywhere. So the following year, he made me join BNI. And for me, BNI has been a game changer. He just said, Perminus, I need to invite you to a meeting tomorrow morning at 6. Call me at 10. I'm like, who is this guy calling? Why is he calling me at 10 to invite me for a meeting at 6? Is he going to sacrifice me? From the village, you always think when you are called for a very early meeting,
yes,
this guy is thinking of sacrificing you. So either way, I decided to go for the sacrifice, and I found it's a great place for people where they meet and interact and do business. And the following week, I was a member.
Wow.
So that's how I joined BNI, and I think that's how I came to settle in Nairobi now.
So how did you leave the job where you were working now to having your own company?
The journey in my business in my life has always been getting a new challenge. If I don't have a challenge that is pushing me, I don't feel okay. I cannot sleep because I'm comfortable. I always have a reason to wake up. Actually, if I don't have a date, I don't feel okay. I need to have a date to make me wake up. Because if I'm so comfortable, then I will not be able to wake up in the morning. Otherwise, what will be pushing me? If I have everything, where should I work?
Yeah.
So I always desire to get a new challenge. So I push the company from one project to out of projects. And that was quite a big milestone because the project were now almost 3 point something billion worth of our projects. So by that time, I felt my grace was ending in that place and I needed to get something new. I had 6 job offers at the same time as a GM. So I was now selecting picky ponky, which one is looking better, better terms, and I took the one that was quite promising. But at the same time, God gave me a conviction in my heart. I want you to be a good star. And this is not going to be easy, but I'm going to hold your hand. So go and start a company called Nyota Njema or a good star real estate. So in the dream, I wake up in the morning, tell my lawyer to register for me the company. And the guy goes and registers the company and says, Perminus, that is a very simple name. It might have been taken by somebody else. Then I told him, if you have another one, you can add, but mine is Nyota Njema Homes. So the following day, he tells me, your name is reserved. You can go ahead and register it as a company. And that is how I got Nyota Njema Homes as the first registration. After 1 year of operating with it, I changed it to Nyota Njema Real Estate. Now I brought my wife on board, because then I didn't have a wife, now I had a wife. So I needed somebody to help me partner and have a vision that we can share with. So it may have not been easy, and I'll be sharing this, but I'm proud of the decision I made 6 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for those 6 years, what has been the greatest thing and what are you most proud of?
Giving birth and making the baby grow to be what it is today. Thinking and conceptualizing is not a hard thing. But giving birth is a hard process. But bringing up the baby is the hardest process. Sometimes I feel like giving up on the business. But then I remember the one who called me said, it's not going to be easy, but I'll hold your hand.
Yeah.
So when things get so thick, I remind myself, you know what? God, you said it's not going to be easy, but you'll hold my hand. So that has kept me pushing, resilience, the zeal to continue doing the right thing. And one thing I am proud of myself is I have done the right thing at whatever cost. Sometimes I lose money, sometimes I lose friends, but I can say confidently I have done the right thing at whatever cost. And all that is attractive is not all that I go for. I go for what I feel is right. And I'm sure that has helped me to become who I am today. So today I'm proud of myself. And by God's grace, the team that we have created, the brand that we have created. Now Nyota Njema is a recognized brand. When you mention about Nyota Njema, it is appearing among the top 10 companies in Kenya. Not in Nairobi, but in the whole of the country. That tells you that we have built a brand in 5 years that has really stood out to be what it is. So I'm proud of it. And all this, I thank God.
Okay, amazing. So like any other business and like every other business person, there are challenges that you face, that you go through. So could you please mention the challenges that you have gone through in this business? And also, in addition to that, you can just tell us how you overcome them, or rather how you overcome them.
To be honest, there are many challenges. The first challenge is the challenge of trust. Because our industry, real estate, is an industry that trust has become a scarce commodity or a scarce a scarce character. So the first thing when I joined real estate as an individual, there was several scandals that happened that were reviewed in the media, and they really shook the markets. And for me, instead of getting scared, I was actually excited, because whenever there is instability and you provide a solution, you become the master. So for me, instead of getting anxious, I was very excited. Many people started saying, are you not so and so rebranded to be Nyota Njema? Are you not the same guys who are here and now you are calling yourself this so and so? So that was number one. Number two was capital. I can tell you for a fact, it was not easy to start the business without capital. To date, it is always the biggest challenge in any growing business. But number three is the issue of the customers. People trusting you is not easy. So for the 6 months I ran the business, I made zero coin. I was broke. You are broke until you feel like you're broke. The time you're broke, you're used to good money. Being a GM, I was earning a good salary, driving a big car which was on loan. Now I have no loan, I have no salary, and I have a car loan, and I'm paying around 60,000 every month. not a little money, but it was not easy to sustain that. So I almost got into depression. But thank God I had gotten married. So I also had a wife who was there for 2 months. Can you imagine? She was a slave queen, she would have run away because she knew me when I had a lot of money, and all of a sudden I have no money. For 6 months, I'm surviving. Surviving on savings, surviving on loans. You borrow here to pay here, you borrow Anne to pay John. That is the life I survived. Until after 6 months, I asked God, why are you taking me through this? And I got 3 lessons, which I like sharing. Lesson number 1, I have to teach you how to manage money when there is and when there is not. Number 2 lesson, I have to teach you to trust in me, because sometimes you may think it is your skills that make you money, but it is me who gives you the ability to make money. That's God. Number 3, I have to teach you to also trust on your wife, because she never left you when you had nothing. And actually, she never left me. That time was down, for sure. As a man, I would drop her to town and she goes to Machakos to work. I would be going back to the house to cry. What is the next thing for the day? And I survived through that until now. After this, I got a revelation. Go to Nanyuki, buy land, subdivide and sell. This time I'm being told to go to Nanyuki. I have just sold my car so that I can buy a car without a loan, after an advice from a friend. So a friend called John told me, do you need the car you are driving? I said, no, I don't need the car I'm driving, but I need a car. He said, you can sell it and buy a cheaper car. That's what I did. And immediately I did that, my peace came back. Because now I could think, I don't have any loans, I don't have auctioneers coming after me. I just need to have food for my family and rent. That's when I got a revelation. Go Nanyuki, buy land, subdivide and sell. I went, bought land. With 1.5 acres is what I got. And I was very excited. I came and told my friends, I have my own land. They said they would come and see. And they came, they booked 15 plots on the spot. Wow. The 1.5 acres was giving me 12 plots. So I was having a good problem of water supply. There was an excess demand, but there was another supply. I got another agent who gave me another land, which was 8 acres. It was 53 plots, 16 quarters, and 37 eighths. And from there we have grown. One thing I have said to myself, I had always desired to leave a positive impact in people's lives. So even when teams disappoint me, I don't give up. Because I know the future is luminous. And there is always a great thing to be seen by it. Yeah.
Okay, amazing, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real story of inspiration and grace. So right now, just allow us to take a short break. We are coming back soon. Thank you. Hello, great people. It's the grand unveiling of elegance, luxury, and timeless beauty. Welcome to the Haven of Beauty, Sapphire Salon and Spa, and of course, design done by the best, Prime House Interiors Limited. How was your experience working with Prime House Interiors Limited?
The design is what we want, and it features a salon, VIP salon, and it is very good. Anyone who wants to make this business can go with Prime.
In a scale of 1 to 10, can you rate them? 10 being the highest.
I actually rate 10. 10 out of 10.
Amazing. How about you?
10 out of 10.
We are happy that you had a very good experience working with Prime House and you're actually satisfied client. So whenever there is another project, we'll be there for you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for waiting on us. So we are back to continue with this beautiful conversation. So let's see how everything just goes and unfolds. How did you make your first sale?
Wow. Let me think. I think my first sale was as a result of a referral. As I mentioned earlier, I have a group of BNI members who had been telling me, when you buy your own land, we are going to support you. And therefore, I was looking forward to buying my first land. And true to it, they were the first customers who came on board. And I think that is one big lesson that I learned. If you have a product you want to sell, start with people who trust you. Because people buy people first before they buy the product.
Okay.
And I think people had bought my vision, others had bought my dream, others had seen the potential that I was having. So they came and made my first sale. And the 15 plots that I mentioned about, they paid for them. Others paid in cash, others paid in installment. And that's how I started my business. So I can tell you, for a fact, my first sale came from my social capital. The people that I think believed in my dream and believed in my potential.
Talking of people buying people, is that only in big businesses or it is also something in small businesses?
Actually, what we say is that people buy, we should be working towards making people know us.
Okay.
Because it is not who you know, it's who knows you that matters in the market.
All right.
The size of the business doesn't matter. Because if I don't know you, you may think your business is so big, but until I know you, that's when I'll buy from you. Number two, people do business with people they know, people they like, and people they trust. So those three things must work. They must know you first. And then when they know you, they must like you. After liking you, they must trust you. If the three are not working, then you don't have a business closed. Okay. So it's a matter of creating fast relationship. I know most of us are quick to run at quick fix. I want to sell now and then. I want to meet my bills. I'm always an advocate of relational selling as opposed to transactional selling. Okay. Transactional selling is where you sell just to hit and run. And relational selling is where you relate with people that out of the relationship you have with them, they either buy from you or they can give their referrals to you with confidence. And their word is like a sale to you. So I believe it applies across board, whether the business is small or big. This is a question I ask. Everybody knows the president of Kenya. Does he know you? Can he give you a tender? Can he say confidently, I want Joanne to do this tender, to be doing my media? Because you know him, it doesn't mean he knows you. Yeah. But when he knows you, he can easily refer you or give you business.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
All right. As a person who has been employed severally, I'd love to know something about the employment and owning your own business. Tell us the difference, the major differences in that. And also, would you advise someone who really wants to start their business first before going to employment? Would you advise them to go into employment first?
Yes. I think it's always good, first of all, learn from somebody. It's good to learn from people's mistakes as opposed to getting to try yours. Because when you try yours, you are going to take a lot of time, which otherwise you would have gotten some solutions covered if you took some little time to learn. I believe we cannot be a master of everything. The best thing is, first of all, go learn from those who already existing. It costs you nothing apart from the short time you'll be there, and you'll get exposure. It's only where I come from, we usually say, when you always used to your mother's food, you think she's only the best chef. But when you go out, you realize that, other people can cook better. In the same manner, you think running a business is opening a shop and customers flowing in and making profits and becoming rich. But when you go to other people's businesses, as even a volunteer worker, even as starting as an intern, you're able to learn, okay, there is this supposed to be done so that this kind of results can be gotten and this kind of outcome can be gotten. With that, you're able to synchronize. When you start your own, you know what are the things to avoid, what are the things to do, and what are the emphasis to emphasize. Okay. So by the time you conclude on that, you're able to do. You are ready to. When you are ready to quit, you are quitting knowing these are the potential risks, so the potential challenges. These are also the potential opportunities. And Acreage has always said, don't start a business for money. I want to say it and emphasize again. We may not start business for money, but let money not be the domineering factor. Have the motivation, because when money doesn't appear, you'll be so demoralized.
Yes.
But when you start it because of a passion, because of a goal you desire, when the money comes, it comes to seal the desire that we had.
What are some of the greatest lessons that you have learned from being a leader in the business?
In a great business survives and thrives through people. So you must surround yourself with the right people. This means target customers, the team you work with. You must have the right minds. Sometimes it's good to note that not everybody will go in your line. Not everybody will support your vision. And especially those you trust most may end up being the biggest betrayers. Okay. So it's always good to always widening your net, to get more people into your net, getting more people into your vision, so that as others go, you have others who are coming on board. And therefore you keep on inspiring more and creating more on it. Another thing I can say is always good to know, being a leader, you're not going to impress everybody. Yeah. Most people will not be impressed by your good leadership. Most people will want to see fault in everything you do. That is why even if you dress very well, there will still be one person who will see this person, the dress has a torn spot, it has a torn, there's a kauzi somewhere. You know, all these things that can happen.
Yes.
So always remember, don't be a leader who wants to impress. Be a leader who wants to serve. And when you are willing to serve as though you are not expecting to get. Because when you serve others, you also get others serving you in return.
Do you only do lands, or there is also houses and constructions involved?
Great. Actually, Nyota Njema is a unique company because we do provide investment options instead of selling properties. Okay. So yes, we have properties, but we have packaged our products into 5 products. If you allow me to mention, we have the first one, we call it Legacy Rewards. Legacy Land Rewards is where we encourage customers or companies to motivate their employees. Like now, talk to your boss and tell him, instead of just giving Joanne a 50,000 bonus end of the year, can't you put for a deposit for a plot of land? Joanne will be feeling motivated that they are not only getting money, but they are getting assets that can help them and their siblings. Number 2, if they are looking for the best employee of the year, can you give them an award that can be tangible in terms of asset? Number 3, you can invite us to come and talk to your teams. If you have teams that you are working with as business community, we come and inspire them, show them that indeed we can also inspire our teams by giving them a deposit or giving them a payment plan. Number 2 product is called Chamas. Chamas is where we invite investment groups, women chamas, youth investment groups. You give them a chance to own big plots. Instead of having a chama of 20 owning one plot, can we encourage them to even own like 10 plots? But then we give them a flexible payment plan of maybe 10 months, 12 months, 15 months maximum. So these people will have a bigger project together that they can always be saying, this is Chama A, Y, Z. It is what we were able to achieve through Nyota Njema. Then when they tell their children, they will also be inspiring them to start holding each other in groups and investment groups, and this can be a generational wealth creation. That product, we call it Nandoa. This is for married couples and those who are desiring to get married. What we tell them, they can invest and actually have a land, ndoa na oa pamoja. What do I mean by that? Instead of just having a marriage certificate, have a title deed certificate into your 2 names.
Amen.
Unasikia huyo mtu atakuja mwambie, we need to have a plot. We need to have a plot with Nyota Njema. And when they are getting married, you know, during weddings we give people a lot of gifts, a lot of money. What they do, they add another extra week for honeymoon, as opposed to come and think about their future. If you start investing as a young couple, it becomes a routine. Every year, every 2 years, you want to have an investment product that you're doing. And this outlives you. When you have no capacity to work, there is money that is working for you. Number 4 product, we call it Diaspora Elite. Diaspora Elite is where we work with Kenyans in diaspora. We create estates for a diaspora. So instead of buying land in Nanyuki, one guy is buying here, another one is buying another place, another one is, we encourage them to create estates. So if we have an estate called Kansas Estate, we have one called Georgia Estate, we have another one called Washington Estate. These people, there is an inspiration that is going to help. When one of them decide to develop, they can develop and give the concept to one of the others. They can help supervise the project for the others. And that is what we have been telling Kenyans living in diaspora. So whenever you see me going out, we are creating concepts, creating estates for Kenyans living in diaspora, Kenyans in Qatar, Kenyans in Juba, Kenyans in the UK. That's what we have been doing. Okay. And the last product is the most famous one. We are in a Gen Z generation movements. Yes. We have a product we call Gen Z investment product. This is where we inspire young people below 30 years with inspiration of owning land. Because I know they have a mindset that land ownership is not right. But I am also here to encourage them that land is the only asset you are assured. It will increase in value unless it was overpriced at the point of purchase. So for every product they buy, we give them a 30,000 discount. So that we encourage them to start investing before they're 30. When they get families, when they get more money, they'll still remember who gave them an opportunity to invest when they were young, and then come back and invest in us. So that's what we do, and therefore I know the next question you'll ask me, where are these projects? Because I have said about the products, but where are the projects? So you have projects in Nanyuki, which are holiday destination center. You have projects in Naivasha, Diani, Malindi. Malindi is more of speculation. And then we have another project which is in Kikuyu, Nachu. We have a project in Kitengera. We have a project in Juja. And recently, we have added 2-3 projects which are in high-end, ready to develop places. We have a project in Ushirika Gardens, next to Tatu City. We have a project in Kawasukari, and another project in Runda.
What can you advise the audience out there? Either they want to make an investment, and you can also talk to people that really want to start up a business, but they don't know how exactly to go about it.
I think investment is a journey. And the best thing we need to do as individuals, always think about investment as a long-term process. Because when you think about it in a short term, he may end up not getting any results out of it. Because easy come, easy go. But then when you think about from a long-term journey, you are sure that even when you go through ups and downs, or the investment is not yielding as you're expecting, at the right time it will do the same. For those who are looking to start a business, starting a business is good, but you must know what is the motivation behind starting that business. Are you starting it because you want to get money? Are you starting it because you want to be better than your boss? Are you starting it because you want to be better than the competitors that you think are in the market? Why are you starting the business in the first place? When you identify the why, then ask the who is your target market and what are they looking for. One wise man told me that the successful businesses are the ones that provide solution to people's problem. So which problem are you solving in the society? Some of us want to duplicate because somebody has opened a shoe selling shop next door. You want to do the same thing. But you don't know this person was providing shoes for women who are having this kind of legs. Others were providing shoes for women or men who are working this kind of a job. So you come and start the same business, but you don't even have an identified niche market. So the best thing you can do, start a business to provide a solution to people's problem. Unfortunately, for the young guy who passed on, who was killed by a police officer the other day during the 25th Mandamano, he was killed because his work, in my view, was very unique. He was selling masks. But ideally, that's not what he does every day. But he had seen an opportunity, because there would be tear gassing, he had seen an opportunity to sell masks. And the mask you buy it at 20 bob, sell it at 150. He was making good money. The truth is, you may ignore that small business, but that boy was making good money. So what am I saying? Let's not ignore any business idea. As far as you're providing a solution to people's problem, it can always have the right use at the right time. Take it easy, grow your business, and then don't start a business to make $1 billion tomorrow. If it was that easy, everybody would have done it. It may start, it will collapse. You start another one, it will collapse. But one thing, your vision should never change because of the circumstances of the present.
Is there anything else maybe you'd love to tell people?
Yeah, for me, I would like to encourage the audience. It's always good to go for what you desire to do. Remember, a vision written down is not vapor. If it's not on paper, we say it's on paper. It's actually, if it is not on paper, it's vapor. It can vaporize anytime. I encourage anybody who is looking to get into the business world, it is a good opportunity. It's a good place. But when you have the right foundation, when the right goals, and don't do it because others are doing it. Do it because you are passionate about it. Because others' passion may change, but yours may not change. So I wish you the very best. And remember, the best time to invest was 10 years ago. Then the best time to invest is now. Because 10 years to come, you'll be saying, I'm proud I did it, or I wish I did it. And Nyota Njema Real Estate is just there to make sure you get the right investment opportunity and provide for you a clean title deed.
Amazing.
For you and for your family and for your friends and for your generations. And let's keep changing the world as we do this through power of referral networking. Thank you.
Glorious. Are you ready for quick fire questions?
Guy,
Are you ready?
based on how they come, I'll answer.
Okay. What's your favorite Bible verse?
Proverbs 22:29. Do you see a man who excels in his work? He dined before kings, he not dined before unknown men. I believe that's what has been inspiring me.
What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote, that one caught me off guard. I've already said it. The best time to invest was 10 years ago, and the best time to invest is now. But there's one that always inspires me. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
The best book you've ever read?
I'm not a good book reader. So maybe I say River Between.
Okay, are you a night or a morning person?
I work late night and I also wake up very early.
Okay.
Normally I sleep at 12, I wake up at 5.
What's the most expensive thing you own?
A house.
And what's one thing that you can't stop buying?
I love fine things. So I love fine watches, I love fine clothes, and I love fine things, everything fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Clearly you have money. Can you imagine we are done?
I don't
That's
have money,
easy.
I'm working hard to get the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. I know this they want to
Easy.
zoom in my watch. You can check, yeah, it's a genuine hoop
Hey.
Anyway, that's on a light note.
Well, no problem.
Yeah.
So we are done with this conversation.
Thank you.
I have personally had so much fun,
Thank you.
and I have learned a lot from you, from everything that you said, and it's my hope that you out there will just grasp so many things from the conversation as well. This is going to help you today and moving forward. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do not forget to do so. It goes by the name Influencer TV Kenya, and this is Adventures in Business in all social media platforms, that is Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. Follow, comment, like, share, and see everything that we do out there. This beautiful episode has been sponsored by Prime House Interiors Limited, a company that does interior and exterior design, and you can reach them out. Their website is primehouseinteriors.co.ke. They are on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well. See you next time with so much love. Goodbye.